Download the All-Star app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Of course, you guys know Rodtang, and they have him lined up against Takeru in Japan, one championship. I think it's in March 1st, I believe. But the rumors are saying that Rodtang, his left hand is injured.
Oh no.
So that fight might be off.
Rodtang ducks fights.
Yeah. Is that what you think? You think Rodtang is ducking?
Well, I do feel like it would be a very tough matchup for Rodtang, especially because it's kickboxing rules, right? So he doesn't have the clinch, he doesn't have the elbows.
Can't catch kicks, etc.
Yeah. And then
But he did really well against Superlek, to be fair.
it's true, but they were
They were doing more
elbowing each
time.
other.
Yeah, I know, but it was, I didn't think it was going to be like as close.
No, I
as
thought
that.
Super Leg was gonna win.
Yeah, I knew. I thought he would win too, but I just thought it'd be like more convinced.
Right.
Yeah, more a one-way street.
Yes, yeah. So a lot there's that talk going around a lot, right? About Rodtang, he ducks fights, right? Like, but he didn't duck Super Leg.
No,
He fought.
but I think it's one of those things where if he did pull out of that one, everyone would have been like
for
100% like you are a
Right.
ducker.
Right.
But man, he's getting 10 million baht a fight.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That's
What is that
or
in
is
like
it a million
USD?
baht a fight?
No, 10. It's
Is it
10. Yeah.
10 million baht a fight.
What's that in USD?
It's probably like a couple 100,000.
No.
Yeah.
Only a couple 100,000 is 10 million baht.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think it's like
Conversion
200,000.
hurts.
Yeah.
Let me go check. But anyways, like Rodtang, yeah, like that's the biggest fight because they signed Takeru because Takeru is like the biggest star in kickboxing, basically. And like one, they always want like Japanese fighters. So, and I think what's his name's retiring as well. Shinya Aoki is retiring after his fight against Sage, which is coming up on the same card. But yeah, with Rodtang, I don't know, man. That would suck for the Japan card because like that's the biggest fight. If it's not Rodtang versus Takeru, then it's Takeru versus Superlek, and we'll get into that because Superlek's opponent
Yeah. Super like
pulled out, and he's fighting in a couple weeks in January in Lumpini. So what do? If Rodtang's really injured, do you man, these cards are getting really jacked up with these pullouts because there's been a bunch of them lately. Like they've been like one has been putting on like the best fights, like matchup wise, like the biggest fights you could possibly put on. But they're like fighters are pulling out left and right, right? It's been like destroyed. Like it took three reschedulings to get Superbon and Taiwan Chai to fight each other, right? Because they always had issues. But yeah, like they're already getting cursed, man. Like it's really bad. But what do? You take Superlek and say, hey, Superlek, we're going to take you off the card. We're going to put you in the March card against Takeru. And he could fight for the kickboxing world championship.
Yeah. I think you do that. I think you save the Japan show. I mean, where is the other show? Where's the
Lumpini.
Yeah.
No,
so
you
I
save
mean,
the
do that all
Japan
the
show in that
time,
case. Yeah.
you've already generated a good fan base in Thailand, so don't ruin the Japan card. That's what I say.
I mean, who else would they want to see up there?
Well, yeah.
If not Rodtang or Superlek, like what would be the next best option for them?
Superlek? If Superlek doesn't fight Takeru,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if they didn't put him there, who else should they put?
then they would have to just put like a contender. But that would be a
it
waste.
that's what I
it'd
mean.
be-
So Superlek would
Yeah,
be
you-
the next best option.
Yeah, Superlek, yeah, I think that would probably. But the thing is, like, I wonder what they're gonna do is because nothing has officially been announced about Rodtang. They're just rumored that he's injured.
I think that the Superlek would make for a more exciting fight anyway, because Rodtang's pretty boxing heavy. I think, like, for a kickboxing fight, like the style of Superlek would be more exciting.
Yeah.
And Superlek has been kickboxing more as well. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, I like just stylistically, it just probably would be a better fight.
Yeah.
too,
So-
Superlek and Takeru. I've never really watched Takeru fight that much, to be honest. So I'm pretty
I watched
interested.
a couple of clips. He's like really good at his like front leg teep, and
She
he.
definitely did
I was
research.
gonna say she's been studying.
Okay. I did look up Takaro because I was interested. I mean,
Yeah,
shoot
he's
me,
a star,
you know?
right? Like,
And he uses his like rear like knee to like get inside, and he's really
Mm.
heavy with his hands as well. So I feel like it would be fun to watch Rod Tang and him fight. But either or, I mean, yeah, put Super Like it in there and see how that works,
I mean,
right?
I feel like it's kind of almost a given. If Rod Tang is injured, you may as well just do that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But if he's not injured, then like, what do they do with Super Leg? They just have to throw him in there against somebody. But the thing is, like, these are not pay-per-views, right? So it's like, yeah. Well, actually, they are pay-per-views because this is a fight night, so they are on like Amazon or some shit like
The
that.
Tokyo one is pay per view.
The Tokyo one's definitely pay-per-view,
Yeah.
right? So if they want a pay-per-view level of a fight, Rod Tang has to stay on that card. He has to fight Takaro because they have to sell pay-per-views. Like,
You
I
don't
love Super Lek, and I
was
think
gonna say,
Super
you
Lek
don't
is
think Super
big,
Lek?
yeah,
but I don't think Super Lek is known as Rod Tang.
That's
Like,
because
I
One
love-
Championship have really
guess.
hype, you know,
I mean,
Yeah.
they've painted the picture for Rotang.
I mean,
Yeah.
Rod Tang fights so often.
Yeah.
It's
But also they've put, I mean, one of his last fights against that guy, the Mexican guy,
yeah.
who had like
Tavares, yeah.
30 fights and
Yeah.
but he's a WBC.
Yeah.
But that was such a mismatch. And it was like, what was
Yeah.
the point? You couldn't find anybody.
But they've done
better?
that. They've done that with a lot of
A lot
different
of them.
people.
That's why they have a
Yeah.
70%
Well, the
knockout
thing-
rate.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like the matchups that were like really good, somehow they disbanded. Like him and Rod Tang and somebody good, they got matched up, and then something happened. Like even in the Grand Prix, like he missed weight and they never fought, so they had the
Mm.
problems with like who goes to the next level and like what are they fighting for? It was just.
I know, but you're One Championship. Like there's way better contenders, like for sure, that you could have just picked. But they put
but
that
the
poor
thing
guy
is,
out
like
there.
it wasn't even for a title either. Like
No.
Rod Tang's a champion, but like that fight wasn't even for a title.
I just
you know?
thought, imagine if that Mexican guy won. It would have been when they went out there. I was always I just want him to win, just because it would be like, oh wow, that backfired.
Yeah, it sucks to see that stuff backfire. But because Rod Tang, he was having trouble making weight too during that one
Mm.
because it was in Denver, in Colorado.
Right.
So, but yeah, like Rod Tang, he was gonna get beat. He has that style. Like you're gonna get beat eventually. Like Super Leg beat him, which is a good friend of his. But
His
I
health
want to see
bar.
that.
His health bar. Like I think like every fighter has an overall health bar, and as we take hits, it just like shortens a little bit. And then he's standing there and he's getting hit and doing this, and I'm just like, bro, your health bar is just getting chipped.
He kind of reminds me of like a Thai Chuck Liddell. Like eventually that. he's gonna
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I do get what you mean.
Instead of the Iceman, he's the Rice Man.
yeah, the rice though. Right.
I love you. She said that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
right,
Thank you.
Right.
I was already laughing at myself before I even said
I
it.
love that.
That's right. To make it extra Thai, you do like the sticky rice, man.
Rice, man.
It's like Iron Man and Iceman.
That's
The
it.
Rice Man.
That's the clip that he's gonna do.
Yeah. But what's so cool about Rod Tang is that he really like his character is in his fighting, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these people that we've been talking about, the UFC fighters, their characters kind of outside of their fighting, whereas Rod Tang has become popular because of how he fights and how like just the reckless nature
But I think
of it,
too, because
right?
obviously he doesn't really speak any English, right? They can't have
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that trash talking
Yeah.
going on like the same way.
But
Yeah.
he doesn't really trash talk though.
No,
Yeah.
but
that's the thing.
I'm sure I think that
They got to build people up
yeah,
somehow,
you don't see them
right?
hold those
The
kind of
trash
Yeah,
press
the
talk
thing is like he
conferences
conferences and
and
stuff.
dances and like
Yeah.
now he's also Muslim, so he has that like push from the Muslim community as well.
Oh.
And like what is it? Yeah, Rod Tang's Rod Tang, man. Like, but I think like there's an expiration date just like everybody else,
Yeah.
and we'll unfortunately we'll get to witness this. Some people will like it, some people won't. But
Who would like
it's Rod
it?
Tang.
Who do you think's gonna win if the fight goes down?
Between who?
Takaro.
Thank you.
Takaro and Rod Tang?
Yeah.
I think Takaro wins. Just more technical. But and you know, I thought Superleg was gonna beat Rodtang before that fight happened as well.
I think Rodtang is technical. I mean, with that,
Technical violence, yeah, like technical.
well, isn't it all technical violence?
It is all technical violence, but he's like real, like
Terminator
Oh,
vibes.
I,
Just
like
I think of
walks
him
through
almost
it.
like
Yeah.
Bocal.
yeah, he's
You know,
like
similar.
playing
yeah,
mind
he's like
games
the,
as
I don't know,
well.
it's hard- his style, like if you can describe it, it'd be like
Tank.
unhinged
Yeah.
technical violence.
Yes.
Berserk.
Okay. Okay.
Because he gets unhinged a lot in there, and he just starts throwing, and then he just like he wants people to punch him. Like to me, that's
Some people need that though in
Mm-hmm.
fights. Like
like full blast though, like that. Did
I
you see
don't know.
the? You see the guy?
he lets
recently?
people punch him and then
You
they
see
still
that
don't knock
recently
him
he tried to do the
out.
raw
Yeah.
tang on somebody and he got knocked out. He tried to do the raw tang. He's like, I'm the rice man. And then the
Fucking
dude did
uncooked
a,
rice.
yeah,
I
the
couldn't
dude.
think of anything more degrading though. Someone allows you to punch them in the
Yeah,
face and you
right.
cannot
You
knock
have to
them
knock
It
out.
completely fucks with people,
Oh, I
right?
was gonna say someone allow someone to punch you in the face and then you
Every
get
night.
knocked
Every
Yeah,
night.
that's also that's amazing.
Could you imagine just being like, I'm gonna take this? No,
boom.
it's gone.
It's a good way to go to sleep. Right?
I guess,
Every
yeah.
day.
You're having trouble.
Feeling real
Going to sleep
refreshed
one night.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like Rodtang, like we know him because we're in the what is it, combat sports, what is it, combat sports world or whatnot.
Cult.
But I don't know if like people really know who he is though. Like even like Takeru, he's like these guys are both like known figures, but it's like, are they that known?
I didn't know who Takeru was.
Exactly, right? And you're in the fight world. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't know who Takeru was.
I
Yeah.
think Rodtang is in maybe one of 10 fighters out of one championship that like if you
crosses line.
cross, like if you even look up one
Mhm.
championship, you're gonna see his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
You know, same with obviously like Demetrius Johnson is a
Mhm.
little different because he's, you know,
UFC prior to
UFC.
that, yeah.
Mhm.
previously greatest UFC fighter of all time.
Yeah.
But
There's an argument in there.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
flyweight.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I think like he's one of the names that if you
Yeah.
ever cross over and everything, you're gonna
Well,
know.
I
But
was, let me look at his like following, right? Because you can kind of gauge it to somewhat of the following, right? Of like how popular they are.
yeah,
You
because I
can't-
feel like it's like Rod.
He's
Tang,
1.5
Stamp.
million.
That's
That's a lot.
Jeez.
yeah, that's a lot of people.
And they're all Japanese.
Yeah, they are.
Right? That's the issue. I mean, it's
Who?
just
Takeru.
no, all of his fans.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
No, not Takeru, Rodtang.
Oh, he's
Oh,
1.5.
Rodtang. Oh,
Rodtang's
sorry.
1.5.
Okay. And
I
they're
think
all
Takeru
tied.
has. Yeah, they're all.
On Instagram, right?
They're
But then
all-
if you look up like UFC stars, that so what Khabib has like 8 million or something, like
Yeah.
4 million or
It's the
something.
Muslim
Yeah.
world, right?
True.
Muslim world helps.
Yeah.
Takeru has 777K.
Huh?
Which is
Still
not-
pretty decent
still
for
good.
someone.
Yeah,
still-
right?
I
But
love it.
1.5 million is
It's a
pretty
lot.
damn
It's
good.
ridiculous.
But you gotta chop off like 30%, just because most of the time
Bots
it's
and-
not like very. A lot of times
Bots.
followers are bought, right?
Mm.
To make it look like, because what looks better, 1 million or 1.5 million?
Are you saying Rodtang bought his followers?
I'm not saying it, but it happens to a lot of fighters. Even Conor McGregor.
Wait, like that
he
they
lost-
buy them or that they just have bots?
Oh,
Because
Yeah, they
sometimes
buy
you-
them
The
Oh.
bots are
because you get
bought.
to a certain level,
Bought,
right?
bought.
The
You get to a
Same.
certain level, right, of like following. You could buy a certain level. It doesn't make a
I
big
think
difference because
sometimes
people
you-
won't even notice.
I think
Right.
sometimes you can tell. I mean, there's some like sometimes I've seen girls where they have 100,000 followers and then they have like 300 likes on a photo, and you go, that those numbers don't add up. Like,
Yeah.
I
like
think
Stan Fairtex. How much does she have?
She's
I think more
definitely
than
one of the
Rodtang.
popular ones,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think she's probably the most popular one.
probably.
Stan Fairtex. Who is she?
Jeez, who else is there?
There's so
in
many
one.
Fairtexes. There's like
Uh,
yellow
Oh,
Fairtex,
Android,
pink Fairtex.
Smilla Sundell. That's
I
that
don't-
17-year-old
I
girl.
don't think
She-
she's a million. No.
Dude,
No.
she is so good.
Yeah.
But I think she's been having
I
a
think
hard
she
time.
might be. Nobody wants to fight her.
No, but not only that, she's only 17, right? So she's still growing, and I think she's already having a hard time getting to that weight.
Mm,
mm.
Plus
Still,
it's
like,
hydrated.
she is like
Yeah,
but she is
I'm
like
curious what that looks like.
Listen, if Alicia
The most
Rodriguez
amazing.
had been her size, I think Alicia would have smoked her.
yeah, but she's
Yeah.
not.
I think
That's
I
the
know,
thing.
but-
Yeah,
Like,
they look
Shamila's just
so
gonna-
different.
She's
I think
beatable.
Shamila will just outsize everybody she fights.
well,
and then
eventually
that's
she
her
might.
advantage.
Yeah,
But she
she's-
fought that Australian girl who was equal to
And
her in
beat her
height, and she
bad.
beat her bad.
Bad, just like real bad. I was just like, damn. No, Stan doesn't even have a million. She has
Oh.
less than Takara.
Wow.
743,000.
That's
Still,
surprising.
743,000. You could
Yeah.
get some good ads running on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, just to me, Rodtang, that's a big blow if he gets pulled out of that fight. That ruins like the Japan card. Really ruins it, right? Like, but
Oh
what's
wait,
Superlex
yeah,
for?
yeah. Check Superlex exactly.
Oh, no.
That's what we need to know.
Super Lex Instagram follow.
Yeah,
We're just gauging that to see which matchups are right.
yeah.
no, I just
Well, I mean,
was a
if there's enough of a
curiosity.
following as
Super Leg
well,
is
then
like-
it's not as bad of
Super
a
Lex is not even close to
of a
these guys.
change.
Super Lex like 239,000.
Really,
Yeah,
I really would have thought he would have been more popular.
yeah, me too.
especially after
Well,
the
he's-
Rodtang fight.
Yeah,
But the thing is, I've always thought that Super Leg was a better fighter than Rodtang, and then once they fight, he's gonna win. That's all. I always thought that from earlier this year, or maybe last year or whatnot.
I mean, in terms of Muay Thai, it makes sense because he's the kicking machine,
Mhm.
right? And kicks are just counted for more. I don't know what the rules are in kickboxing. I mean, obviously,
the
quicker
points like
kicks.
so in Muay Thai normally like kicks on the outside of the arms don't really they do score in kickboxing. They don't.
Oh, okay,
You can't catch kicks.
right.
Mm.
You can't
Single
grab
knee.
in the clinch. You can only like step up knees. If you do end up in the clinch, you're not to like
Do
knee
anything?
and hold them and
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Single knee.
It's
as well,
like
right?
Muay Thai, but just like PG version almost.
PG Muay Thai.
Lame.
Also, lame. Also, they're like more in and out footwork, right? As when
Right.
Muay Thai is
Yeah.
just more like
Yeah,
in,
let's
in,
just
in. Yeah.